So bringing you this report exclusively from right outside the venue where India is going to be playing their second match at the T20 World Cup 2022. You know the opposition. It is the color that I'm wearing, Oranje, or the team that often wears orange in all sporting events. That is the Netherlands team. So Netherlands up for India. Just to let you know, this is the iconic Sydney Cricket Ground, one of my favorite venues in Australia, primarily because of the old school clubhouse that they have, which you see right behind me. That's the members pavilion, the oldest structure that you've got at the ground. Quite different to the rest of the structures that you see. Those are new age structures that was built. And why SCG is my favorite? Because of this old school feel that it has. Other than SCG, the other ground that has that old school feel is Adelaide Oval, and then it is the Sydney Cricket Ground. Okay, so the Indian team was practicing today. Let me just fill you in on what they did. The entire team was out in full strength, barring a few players. Some notable absentees today were Mohammad Shami, Arshdeep Singh, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Your three fast bowlers did not come for practice. Then Hardik Pandya did not turn up for practice, and nor did Akshar Patel or Surya Kumar Yadav. So these are the 6 players that were part of the playing 11 versus Pakistan that did not come for practice today. However, let me quite quickly fill you in on all the players that practiced. KL Rahul practiced for an extended period of time at the nets here at the SCG. Alongside him was Rohit Sharma, and what was really notable in Rohit Sharma's practice today, he spent the maximum amount of time in the nets. So first he practiced when the openers came out to bat, the first one out on the nets, practiced for the longest time, and then he took a bit of a break, did some fielding drills. And then usually once you've done your batting session, you rarely see batsmen come back. But Rohit came back for a second stint. So he had 2 stints today at practice. Apart from that, you also had Dinesh Karthik practicing a lot. And what was really interesting to note is the fact that he practiced against the spinners. Remember, last time around he came at a situation where the spinners were bowling. He spent time in the 3 different nets that you had, 3 different strips. And at all those 3 different strips, he was practicing against spin bowling. We know Dinesh Karthik has been very good against fast bowlers. He's often done that. But I think spinners could have been his Achilles heels. That's why probably the focus today was on DK practicing against spin bowlers. That is what he did today. Virat Kohli, another one. I think out of all the batsmen that were batting today, in the way that they were timing the ball, I think Virat looked the best. Clearly carrying on the form that he showed on the ground in Melbourne versus Pakistan. He carried on that form and was looking like the best player on display here. Your net bowlers were here in Shardul Thakur, Mohammad Siraj. They were bowling quite long, helping the Indian batsmen get used to the conditions. You also had some local net bowlers come and help them. So in preparedness for the next game, just to give you an update, the next practice session, which is the day before the game, India is not going to have a practice session. So India is not practicing. That is why you saw most of the batters come out and play. And I think the fast bowlers needed rest. Hardik Pandya also, as you know, needs rest. And I doubt Hardik Pandya will make the playing 11 for Netherlands. We've seen it in the past. We saw it in the Asia Cup that he was given some sort of rest. I think something similar might happen here in this game too. Hardik might opt to sit out in this game. To let you know what has happened in Sydney Cricket Ground so far, only one game in the tournament. That was between Australia and New Zealand. High scoring encounter, 200 is what New Zealand got. Of course, Australia didn't get going. It's a ground, it's one of those rare grounds in Australia where the pitch conditions help spin bowlers, so maybe they'll come into play. But the difference from Melbourne is that Melbourne has massive boundaries. Sydney is also big, but not as big as the MCG. So all in all, it seems to be a ground that will suit the Indian team. India anyway going as the favourites versus Netherlands. They practiced really hard today. So that's the latest update that we've got for you from Sydney. Right now it's bright and sunny. It's in the afternoon right now, around 2 o'clock when I'm reporting, but they're expecting some sort of rain later in the day. Hopefully by the time the 27th comes along, when India and Netherlands are going to be playing, by that time we are hoping that the weather completely clears up. So those are the latest updates. Don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today if you want the latest updates, analysis, all the happenings that are happening right here in Australia during the T20 World Cup. For that, you need to subscribe and press the bell icon. For the moment, Nikhil Naz signing off from Sydney.